What's up guys, John from ketobars.com. How's it going? Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel, First Time Founder, where I discuss everything keto bars related. So last week's video, I was addressing a comment that I had gotten previously from a customer and a subscriber to this channel. And I wanted to break it into 2 seconds so that I'll remind you what that comment was. It was from Greg Snyder. He says, I would like the bars to be bigger or cheaper. I know the keto space is developing, but we as a movement need to find markets of scale to bring the prices down a bit. Keep at it. Thanks, Greg. Okay, so last week I addressed some industry secrets when it comes to sizing, why things are a certain size. If you want to understand why things are the size they are, check out that video. But today I wanted to address the pricing. Everyone's always interested. There's especially in the bar industry, there is a huge array of pricing. You can go to Walmart and buy protein bars that cost $1 each, maybe less. And then it is not hard to go online and find bars. I know that, actually, I've met a guy that sells his bar for $6 a piece. I know they get high. I'm not sure what the upper limit of that is. As you guys know, our bars sell for, it's a little difficult. And this is where I'm kind of going with this story is, right now if you order on Amazon, you would pay $29.95 for a 10-pack that's shipped. So you're essentially coming out to $3 a bar. And that's where I'll go. So when it comes to pricing, there is one simple truth, and this truth exists across all industries, in that supply and demand ultimately drives the pricing. So that's the easy, simple truth. Some products are famously incredibly low margin. I think of like gas at gas stations. Supposedly it's pennies per gallon they make, or nothing. Companies like Wawa and Sheetz and whatever your favorite big gas station, they might actually be selling that gas at a loss because they want to make it up on the convenience store side of things, which is reasonable, but I am glad I'm not playing that game. That is, tight margins are tough. Grocery stores famously run very tight margins. And then there's some really high margin category things. Cosmetics and like perfume, they're famously very high margin, which is why they're very competitive. So for keto bars, how do we come up with our pricing? Well, our pricing's changed a couple times. The biggest thing when I personally am thinking about pricing, the thing that gives me the most amount of stress and I spend the most time thinking about is consistency. We only sold on our own website for 4 years, and now we started selling on Amazon. Well, Amazon takes 15% of every one of our sales, and then they charge us a fulfillment fee. It's because we're Amazon Prime. Now, if I'm being honest and fair, their fulfillment fee on one box shipped to you, I would say is reasonable. I doubt they're making money on that. Or if they do, it's very similar to the price that we pay to ship one box ourselves. So that's a wash. Where things get a little more brutal is for us to ship you 2 boxes of bars. Really, that first box, let's say our total costs are something like $7 or something like that, around there, probably a little higher. To add that extra box is probably only an extra $1. Now there's some cutoffs. It's not always an extra $1 per box. It just depends how they fit in USPS boxes or UPS, all these different things. But that's where Amazon really hurts us, or can hurt us, is that when you buy multiple boxes from them, they charge you the same as that first box going. So it's just a multiplier of their fulfillment fee stays the same. So if you order 10 boxes of bars on Amazon, we'll end up paying a really high fulfillment fee versus we would save a lot of money if you ordered directly from us. Now, we try to incentivize customers to come directly to us by discounting when you order multiple, or we have incentives, right? So on our website, if you order more than 1 box, you get free shipping. Well, Amazon's $29.95 free shipping. We're $25 plus $5 shipping, so basically $30 too. But if you order 2 boxes, we're free shipping. 25 plus 25, $50. So you save $10 if you buy directly from us. Now, that helps us. That still helps us with our margin. It is cheaper for us to sell you 2 boxes of bars for $50 and free shipping than it is to sell on Amazon. So this is all just to show we only sell in 2 different places right now. Actually, we sell on Mission Nutrition up in Long Island, so go check them out. But one more thing to look at, we have to sell to them wholesale. They have to make product. They of course deserve to make product, or to make money on the products that they sell. So we have to work that in. So the pricing is really, really tough. You want to be consistent. We don't want to cannibalize our sales to somewhere else. So when we do launch in more retail stores, more online stores this year, we have to get those places to agree not to sell cheaper than us, because then all our customers will go to them, and we'll be cannibalizing our own sales. And we have to be really careful about that. We as a small company, I started in my kitchen. And next month, we're less than 1 month, we're our 5-year anniversary. We're completely self-funded. We never raised money. I don't have a rich uncle invested. So all our profits, of course I take a salary. I was able to, I think the first 3 years, I just took a little money here and there when I needed it to keep my head above water. But now I've salaried myself, so I have a normal job. But all that leftover money is what we need to reinvest. We buy new equipment, all this different stuff. So as a consumer, do I expect the consumers to really care? No, my problems are my problems. Your problems are yours. You want a high quality product at a reasonable price. So it's like a fair question to ask. Ultimately, if our price was too high, people would stop buying. If it was too low, then we'd be getting a ton of sales and demand would be higher than supply. So we try to balance that. That's kind of like a economic teacher explanation. The truth is that we keep an eye on our competition. We think we have the best product, especially nutritionally. Of our direct competitors, we believe we have the best pricing or very close to it. And ultimately, we just really want to treat people fairly. And we do have to make money. So to address Greg's question or comment where he says we'd like to get markets of scale to bring prices down, that is totally true. But that may or may not be with our product. If we never grow out of being a 9-person company, our overhead is very likely to only slowly go up. Our costs, it depends. Ingredient costs have fluctuated. We've taken a beating on some things. I actually just got word last week that one of our ingredients went down in price. That's great. We're going to squeeze, nothing crazy, but we might squeeze another penny of profit out of a bar. That's amazing. That helps me reinvest or hire more people or spend more on marketing, all these different things. So when it comes to pricing, the interesting thing to watch is there's always going to be a big brand that's going to be cheaper. There's always going to be a big brand that's the most expensive. And they're basically saying hey, this is who we are. We're the best company. So we charge the most. We're the Apple. We charge Apple prices. Doesn't matter if the product's better or not. We want the perceived value is the highest. And then there's going to be a Walmart brand that says we are going to just scoop up everybody that wants a really affordable product, but their perceived value will be low. So it's just kind of an interesting game theory on how all this works. But I do want you guys to know that we take it very seriously. We know our product is not cheap. We're in an expensive market. Other products tend to be expensive. I never stop saying the cheapest way to do keto is to go to the grocery store or the market and buy all your meats and vegetables and eggs and butter and cheese. Buy them there. That is the best bang for your buck on nutrition and value. But for a lot of people like me, when I got into this, was I needed more things for convenience. I can't keep a stick of butter in my bag. Maybe I can keep some string cheese or something like that. So there are beef jerky. There are alternatives that can get the nutrition that you need that might be cheaper than our bars. Our bars are really delicious. Of course, the chocolate comes in. So it's all just one big balance. One additional note that I will add onto this, that if I could go back in time, all the changes that I would make, all the things I would do differently, there is one thing that I am so glad I did, and it has avoided a million headaches, and that is we don't discount our product. There's a few exceptions where we will give you 10% off if it's your first time order, you sign up for our newsletter. But to me, I view that as you give us your email address and permission to contact you and market to you. Of course, you can unsubscribe, but you give us that permission, so we give you something in return. That's a transaction to me. That's not just like, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, here's 20% off, or whatever it be. And I am very glad we don't play that game. I see other companies and they do large discounts, and they essentially have trained their customers, do not order unless you get a large discount. And it makes it very confusing, I think, from what is the actual retail price, like the MSRP, what is the price people actually pay in real life, and no doubt they have people there that have this all charted, and they're treading very, very carefully, because one promotion at one spot over here could devastate their business over here. Not all their products have the same margin in them. So if you do 20% off, maybe it's only for certain products. And people have this stuff figured out. You'll see big brands that certainly like only discount certain types of products, but they have a full-time staff that's really evaluating all these things, and we don't. I don't have someone sitting in the corner crunching all the numbers. It's me. I'm crunching the numbers, making sure that we make profits on everything we do, or that if we don't, it's because of some other reason. So our bars, we charge the same amount for all of them. They don't cost the same to make. In fact, one of the bars is 30% cheaper to make than the other two. The other two are very inexpensive, and we're actually looking at a collaboration bar. Maybe I'm speaking too soon on this, but we have another flavor basically that we're working on. It's really expensive to make. So we have to be careful. And yes, I know that some of the profits from our less expensive bars are going to subsidize some of these other things, because we'd really like to charge the same price. Maybe we won't be able to. So I don't know. This is just kind of me talking about the things that go on, at least in my head, the conversations we have at Keto Bars HQ. We're juggling a million different things, but thank God we're not juggling the discount game. So you can rest assured that if you buy our product, don't forget that you're 10% off when you sign up for our newsletter. But there's not some big sale coming around the corner. We don't feel good about that. We don't like the idea that some people would pay a ton of money the day before and kind of get screwed out of the discount the next day. We try to remain very consistent when it comes to that. The one exception I would say is that when it comes to things like Black Friday and sales that people really expect you to have, we've never done them. And we did have the conversation that next year, we're not going to discount our product, but we're probably going to do some kind of incentive, like give you a free whatever, right? So right now we've been giving a lot of influencers mugs, and I happen to have one right here. So we got, hundreds of these things printed or made, and we send them out, and it's great, and they're actually really nice. We got high quality ones, so we're likely to do things like that to incentivize you to order, but rarely going to discount our product. Anyway, Greg, thank you for your comment. We really appreciate it. Any other thoughts or ideas, questions, just let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.